大家好，今天重磅消息啊！我们今天早上看到川普周一的时候跟记者说，他现在正在跟伊朗谈，有的谈了。本来马上要到这个48小时了，要轰炸伊朗这个能源设施了，但现在却有一个180度大转弯。我们看看今天早上美股啊，这个盘还在动啊，三大股指都是上涨1%以上啊，道琼斯上涨1.73%，纳斯达克1.53%。标普500 1.45，然后一片的绿色，股票都在往上涨。那我们看一下黄金啊，黄金今天下跌的非常凶，本来早盘的时候下跌快跌到4000美元每盎司了。你要知道，之前最高的时候到5500美元每盎司 ，Costco 都买光了啊 ，Costco 的黄金现在干到4000，然后消息一出，立马往上推。什么意思呢？往上推就是大家预计这个战争要 de-escalate， 战争要结束的话。那么通胀会下降，美元会走弱，那黄金就要走强，所以呢，这个想要跌到将近4000的位置跌不下来，现在往上推啊，推到了这个4423美元每盎司啊。但最低点的时候，今天相比曾经的5500点已经下跌了25%，这是黄金啊。然后我们再看一下美元，美元今天动静不是很大，98.99，这个是美元指数。然后呢，这个原油啊，动静非常的大。WTI 原油期货今天早上的时候，从100美元，最低的时候降到这个84了啊，现在是88美元每一桶。然后呢，这个是布伦特的原油，降幅也非常的大，从这个110现在降到100，就是因为今天出的这些消息啊。我们来看一下川普啊，川普的今天早上非常长的一个 interview 啊，他是怎么说的？它里面的这个人家问的这个问题啊，一半是关于伊朗的，一半是关于其他乱七八糟的这些东西。我把这个时间轴摘了一下啊，我只看关于伊朗的东西啊，别的东西我跟大家跳过。
Elon Musk, if these talks go well and you reach,
I don't think he's going to be a Newsmax.
If these talks go well and you reach a ceasefire agreement with Iran, do you believe Israel would abide by that agreement?
I think Israel will be very happy with what we have. We just spoke to Israel a little while ago. I think they'll be very happy. This will be peace for Israel, long-term peace, guaranteed.
就问你觉得你想停能停吗？以色列会让你停吗？他说他能停。
Peace. Be very happy. This will be peace for Israel, long-term peace, guaranteed peace. If this happens, and I can't guarantee it, but I think it's going to.
一个长期的有保证的安全，立马下一句说，但是我不能保证它会安全，所以能保证还是不能保证啊，也不太清楚，因为这个东西我觉得啊还是太 preliminary， 可能还没有开始谈。
My life is a deal. That's all I do is deals my whole life. I think this is something that's going to happen, and why wouldn't it happen? So tomorrow morning, sometime their time, we were expected to blow up their largest electric generating plants that cost over $10 billion to build. It's a very good one. There was no dearth of money.
现在伊朗是晚上9点15，他说的是48个小时要炸他的那个 power plant 嘛，还没到点儿，要到点儿的话，他说是伊朗早上的时候，所以其实还有大概12个小时左右吧，啊，但是他现在就说感觉不炸了。
And one shot, it's gone. It collapses. Why would they want that? So they called. I didn't call. They called. They want to make a deal. And we are very willing to make a deal. It's got to be a good deal. And it's got to be no more wars, no more nuclear weapons. They're not going to have nuclear weapons anymore. They're agreeing to that. And
不能有核武器。
any of that stuff, there's no deal.
很关键啊！伊朗找的川普谈啊，不是川普找的伊朗谈。
They offered to reopen.
How are you going to?
You said you want to get the enriched uranium. How are you going to get the enriched uranium? Are you going to?
It's very easy. If we have a deal with them, we're going down and we'll take it ourselves.
美国人要去伊朗把浓缩铀拿出来，这是他说的。所以浓缩铀要被美国所保管着，确保伊朗以后不会有核武器。
Can I ask you? The Treasury lifted sanctions on Iranian oil that was out to sea. You criticized President Obama for giving Iran $1.7 billion.
Well, I just want to have as much oil in the system as possible.
But Iran is
And we don't even know if Iran gets that money. Frankly, I think it's very hard for them to get it. But you have ships that are out there that are loaded up with oil rather than keep it there, I would rather see it go to the system. Any small amount of money that Iran gets is not going to have any difference in this war. But I want to have the system be lubricated.
Even $14 billion, you don't think helps them?
Where's the $14 billion?
Because the inflated price, they get $14 billion from the...
I don't think they're getting the money. I could tell you, when this is all over, I will tell you who's getting the money.
Mr. President,
the Marines from
还在下一步大棋。
California, given that it'll take them weeks to arrive, is the intention to police the strait or take cars?
What are you talking about?
Well, it's been reported that there are Marines that left California, left San Diego, left.
啊，这个跟这个伊朗没关系。跳到下一个跟伊朗有关系的，8分21。8分21。
Overall crime and
He said
Memphis,
Iran
sir.
was not an imminent threat, that that's what the intelligence showed.
I think it was an imminent threat. I think that Iran, if we didn't bomb them with the B-2 bombers, now that set them back. But if we didn't hit them with the B-2 bombers, they would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks to a month. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it as soon as they got it.
If you obliterated their nuclear sites last summer with your strikes, then how can you argue it was an imminent threat now?
他说：“你今年为什么觉得伊朗是一个威胁？如果你去年已经拿 B2 轰炸机把它的这个给炸了。”
Oh, we hit them so hard, we obliterated them. But that doesn't mean with the right equipment, you can't dig down and go get it. We don't want that, and we don't.
记者就说：“你去年这 B2 轰炸机炸了没有用？你如果炸了有用，你今年就不用打它，因为你去年已经给它炸完了。你说你已经成功了。”但是川普说：“如果他们有这个仪器在地底下挖一挖，又能把浓缩铀给挖回来。”
We won't have that. But we obliterated that site. They still haven't been able to get it. That was a complete success. But if it wasn't, they would have had. If we didn't hit them, if we didn't use the B-2 bombers, which are unbelievable. We just ordered 22 more of them. Modern version, by the way, super modern version.
又买了22个新版本的 B2 轰炸机。
If we didn't hit them with the B-2 bombers, they would have had, within 2 weeks of that attack, that's why we hit them, because we knew they would have had a nuclear weapon. They would have used it on Israel and the entire Middle East.
Overall crime in Memphis is down 43% since you began this task force. Is this a template you think is
Well,
working?
what I'm doing today, really, this was a little bit before, set up a couple of weeks ago. This was before we had this situation with Iran take place last night. And by the way, they're just not communicating. When they say, I'm sure they don't mean that. When somebody says, oh, I didn't know you were talking. We were talking last night, and I'm sure they have a lack of communication, which is appropriate considering.
他说昨天晚上他就在和伊朗在谈判。
We blew up, in addition to their Navy, Air Force, every division, their radar. We also blew up all of their anti-aircraft and communication. So they have no telecommunication. So there is a lack of, I would imagine, a lack of coordination.
所以他说伊朗现在内部就非常的混乱啊。他和他谈的人有没有告诉那些其他的人他们正在谈？伊朗内部可能都不知道，因为它里面很多的这个头目已经被斩首了，然后里面它的 communication 系统都通讯系统都炸得乱七八糟的。
If you're worried about the miscommunication,
Well, we think all we can do is think. Look, we have numerous leader groups. They've all been killed. Very dangerous position. Khomeini was killed. Khomeini's son is unavailable. Nobody knows what happened to him. I can say they haven't seen him there either. Something.
这个新的这个他们的这个 leader 这个领导啊，那个是那个哈梅内伊的儿子，这个人就没有出过境。他也在说，其实这个比比也在说，就是那个内塔尼亚胡也在说，新的这个 leader 小哈梅内伊就没上过境，他们就怀疑这个人现在还活着没活着。现在这小哈梅内伊还在不在这个世界都不知道啊。
Is going on with him, but regardless, I don't consider him really the leader. But they do have some leaders left, because we blew up group number 1, group number 2, a lot of group number 3. But we think we have people that are very representative of the country and will do a good job in representing.
Elon Musk has offered to pay TSA workers during this DHS shutdown. Is this something that you've been speaking?
这个跟伊朗没关系了。下一个是13.14，13.14，
Will we see?
You said there's many points of agreement with Iran right now.
Many.
What can you give us a
Many,
few of those?
like 15 points. 15
That
points.
Iran has said yes.
Well, they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. That's number one. That's number 1, 2, and 3. They will never have a nuclear
They
weapon.
said yes to that.
They've agreed to that.
15点项目在谈判，前3点就是不能有核武器。
Back arrests or illegal migrant arrests at airports, sir?
这个又和这个没有关系了。13.34，下一个是14.08。
Civilian purposes?
They have. Thank you.
And what about the Strait
Thank
of
you.
Hormuz? Who's going to be in control of
That'll
that?
be opened very soon if this works.
How soon?
霍尔木兹海峡马上就会开放，如果能谈成的话。
And who's in
Immediate.
control of it? Will Iran
Immediate.
still be able to control the flow of oil?
Be jointly controlled.
问他，你霍尔木兹海峡开了之后，谁来控制？是伊朗控制吗？他在那现想，说没有答案，现想想了大概3秒，美国和伊朗一起控制，就说明没有谈到那一步呢。
By whom?
Maybe me. Maybe
You
me.
want the United States to be in
Me
control?
and the Ayatollah, whoever the Ayatollah is, whoever the next Ayatollah. Look, and there'll also be a form of a very serious form of a regime change. Now, in all fairness, everybody's been killed from the regime. They're really starting off. There's automatically a regime change. But we're dealing with some people that I find to be very reasonable, very solid. The people within know who they are. They're very respected. And maybe one of them will be exactly what we're looking for. Look.
还是想把这个政府换掉，而且他就说意思就是伊朗内部他现在打得乱七八糟的，里面也有很多的强人，里面肯定有内部政治不同的 group， 他想在里面选择一个当然川普喜欢的一个人能够 take over， 也算是成功的把他们这个政府给换掉了。
Look at Venezuela, how well that's working out.
就像委内瑞拉一样，啊，他的副总统上来之后很听话。
We are doing so well in Venezuela with oil and with the relationship between the president-elect and us. And maybe we find somebody like that in Iran.
Are you considering any more options to lower the price of oil while these talks?
The price of oil will drop like a rock as soon as a deal is done. I guess it already is today. No, we have a very serious chance of making a deal. That doesn't guarantee anything. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not going to come out here in a week or 2 weeks and have you all say, oh, you said. I didn't say anything. All I'm saying is we are in the throes of a real possibility of making a deal. And I think if I were a betting man, I'd bet for it. But again, I'm not guaranteeing anything. They want to make a deal very badly. Thank you.
What changes would you like to see in DHS under Mark Wayne Mullen?
啊，就是这样，这是他今天的所有的关于伊朗的这个话，啊，就说明现在他意思就是说他已经在谈了，和伊朗的某一些人在谈。那今天这是这个川普给这个 Truth Social 他发的这个帖子，我们来看一下。他说我很高兴的报告，过去2天，美利坚合众国和伊朗就彻底解决我们在中东的敌对行动，进行了非常良好且富有成效的对话。所以为什么昨天要搞那个什么，要说炸他电厂 ，escalate to de-escalate， 啊，就是因为前2天他们已经开始谈了。他每次和别人谈之前的时候都要秀一下肌肉啊。然后介于这些深入详细且建设性的对话是建设性的对话的基调和氛围，以及本周将继续进行的对话，我已经指示美国陆军部暂停对伊朗发电厂和能源基础设施的一切军事打击。乍一听又他口了 ，Trump always chicken out， 本来要这个世纪大战，马上几个小时要开始，这边又停下来了啊，不打他发电站了，因为在谈为期5天啊，就是先暂停不打你，5天不打你，意思就是说5天之内必须把这个谈出来，不能磨蹭啊。但前提是正在进行的会谈取得成功，感谢你对此事的关注啊，让我们想起昨天贝森特说的话 ，escalate to de-escalate， 你要把这个事情升级，把这个冲突升级，就是为了让这个冲突降级。那么现在就看到这个冲突在降级啊。但非常有趣的是什么呢？就是今天在推特上面 伊朗的这个国会这个议会议长，他的这个推特账户说什么呢？说他没有发生，没有和美国在谈啊。他说伊朗人民要求对侵略者予以彻底而且痛悔的惩罚，所有伊朗的官员坚定地支持他们的最高领袖和人民。这样说，现在最高领袖还活着不活着不知道，从来没上过镜，我们看的都是那几张照片直到实现这一个目标。这是他发的第一个帖帖子的第一部分。第二部分说，没有与美国进行任何的谈判，假新闻被用来操纵金融和石油市场，以摆脱美国和以色列陷入的泥潭所以这个就非常有趣了。川普说的这么刺激，这边伊朗的这个高官说没有发生但有可能这个人咖喱 buff 这个人，他可能是在谈判的，他可能是想给自己留一些脸面什么的，就是怕丢人所以就说没有再谈。同时有可能像我说的，他的这些通讯系统被炸的不成样了，川普可能没和他谈，可能在和他的伊朗内部的政治对手在谈，所以他可能就不知道，他就没有被加到这个 loop 里面，和他没关系。或者他想建立一个强人的人设，他谈了，但是他说没谈，就显得自己很强硬，这么一个感觉你看这边有人说说任何的这个谈判都是 fake news， 但是呢，我们从彭博社里面看到不同的这个信号，说确实在谈。因为这边我们看到 UK 英国的这个 PM 这个斯塔默说，在川普今天首次提及与伊朗会谈之前，他就已经知晓此事，所以英国的首相他知道他们在谈他说我欢迎所有美伊会谈的报道，并且向委员会明确的说明，英国方面早就知道此事，就确实在谈，他也在 loop 里面那他在委员会作证的时候表示这是他在委员会作证的时候表示，当务之急是迅速解决冲突，达成一项伊朗施加严格限制的谈判协议，尤其是在核武器上就是他知道有在谈。然后这边呢，在 Financial Times 今天有一篇报道，巴基斯坦也说在谈。那英国的金融时报呢说，巴基斯坦正将自己定义为交战双方的主要调解人巴基斯坦。然后该报道呢援引两位知情的官员的话，说巴基斯坦已经提议将伊斯兰堡就巴基斯坦首都作为未来几天川普政府和伊朗高官进行谈话的地点。很有可能这个事情再发生，或者正在进行中，或者马上要发生。我们刷新一下，看看有什么新的东西出来。GD Vance 今天和内塔尼亚胡通电话，讨论了与伊朗展开谈判的努力，以及结束战争可能达成的协议的各个组成部分，就在谈那个15点的内容嘛。所以应该是在谈，只是和谁在谈然后那个人最后能不能真正成为伊朗的这个领袖但是我们还是看到了很多这个 contradictory message 就是很多矛盾的信息有些高官说没有在谈。然后今天呢，有几艘船从霍尔木兹海峡过，但今天从霍尔木兹海峡过的船都是什么船？都是这个2艘印度的船，还有1艘伊朗的船，所以还是没有变化，霍尔木兹还是关闭的，只让某一些国家过。然后今天特别有趣的是什么呢？就今天这个乌克兰打了俄罗斯一个最大的一个港口之一，给它炸掉了，应该用的是这个无人机那这个是在波罗的海的这个叫列宁格勒州港口，每天出油量是100万桶。 那和这个伊朗的卡尔格岛差不多，是它的一半。卡尔格岛一天出2/3吧，卡尔格岛一天出这个170万桶。那这个俄罗斯呢，今天击落了249架乌克兰的无人机，然后机场关闭9个小时，导致300多个航班取消。那这个就是今天这个乌克兰炸掉了它的这个能源出口的这个港口。我们如果 zoom out 这句话，在这个在这个 Baltic Sea 这边这个港口，这边就有很多的这个照片出来。看一下有什么评论没有。我已经不知道现在要看什么，看哪场战争了，因为太多战争在发生。我们能不能一次只打一场仗啊？所以现在这边乌克兰也在升级啊。问这个 Grok 这个事儿发生了没有？这个事儿确实发生了，打到了啊，一天这个100万桶原油的这个港口。让我们感觉什么呢？就感觉这个和现在川普想要的不一样啊。川普现在想要解除对于这个俄罗斯原油的一些禁令，因为想让油价下来。然后这个泽连斯基呢，直接就炸了他的这个原油出口的港口，和这个川普现在想要的有一点出入啊。好，感谢您收看，点击置顶评论的 IBKR 的中文链接来对我最喜欢的券商进行聊。